Welcome to Quick Learning. We are going to resume our lecture that is on arrays in C++. In previous lectures, we have learned what are arrays, how these are used, and how to define arrays in our program. We will continue that lecture and we will see how we can interact two arrays with each other and how we can use the subscripts of two or more arrays for our own calculations and our own usage. So starting from here, this is the one main thing that you all have to keep in mind, that you can define any array without defining its size, but then you have to mention the numbers exactly that have to be stored in there. Like for the below command, an array with name ratings is defined, but its size is not defined in that two brackets, but the numbers shown after equal 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, that means that this array will be of size 5 and these 5 numbers will be stored in there. So similarly, when any character array is initialized, you have to put quotation marks on both sides of that word. Like for that command shown there, we will have an array that will be defined of 7 characters, and these will be written in the subscripts of the array. Similarly, an example program in which we are defining two arrays of type character, and we are entering the values in it in two different ways. In first, we have just written Holly by putting the quotation marks, and the other example, we have just written all the characters separately. So at the end, when it will display, same result will be displayed in front of you. So you can define in any manner that you like. So individual array elements are processed like any other variables that we use in our program. So for an array, I can use its element or subscript number 1, 2, 3 independently in my program. Let's see this same example again. Here in this program, what we will do, um, so in this program what we will do, we are going to get data of the number of hours worked by 5 employees in a week, and then we will calculate their hourly wage. So here we have started a loop that will get the number of hours worked by 5 persons, and then we will get the pay rate for each employee, and at the end we have just multiplied these numbers. So we have used the index numbers for the first array that contains the hours. We will use the first index of the first array and will multiply with the first index of the array that has the wage rate. So in this way you can see, at first we will enter all the hours, and then the you can see the hourly pay rate is same, so it will just multiply this number with all these hours and the result will be displayed in front of you. Similarly, another program in which we will see how to calculate overtime. For example, if any employee has worked more than 40 hours, those extra hours will be paid in a different way. So similarly, we will get the hours for all the employees, all 5 employees. We will get the hourly rate, and we will multiply that rate, fixed hourly rate, we will multiply that extra hours with 1.5 to get that overtime, and we will display at the end. You can see these 5 employees have worked for 10, 20, 50, 40 and 60 hours. So for the last one, for the first 4 ones, the same pay rate will be multiplied, but for the last one you can see that it's 60. Above 40 we have overtime. For the next 20 hours we will multiply it with 1 and 1.5 times of the pay rate. Similarly, so the calculation is shown below. So you can see that we can build a relationship between the data that is stored in two different arrays, and we can use it in our program. So another example in which we will get the hours worked by 5 employees. and their hourly pay rates will be received in an array, in a different array. Then we will just correspond these two arrays and we will multiply them one by one, and we will get the exact number of the pay that each employee will get. So for today, that's all from my side. We will try to wrap up this section of arrays used in C++ in our next lecture. For any question, you can just write in the comments tab. Until next time, bye bye.